Okay, here's my little rundown on how Coinigy stop limit orders work. The first thing I'll show you is note the available BTC balance here. When I place a traditional limit buy order, in this instance, if I wanted to buy, for example, 0.01 BTC worth of power, you can see it brings this order up here. I can set the buy price just by dragging and dropping it. Now, if I wanted to buy in here at about 50.35 sats, when I place that order and confirm it, you can see, once it refreshes, that the available BTC balance has changed to reflect that order. So that order is now on the books at Bittrex, and I can't use that BTC for anything else. Now, if I cancel that order and set a stop limit buy order for the same amount, 0.01, drag that down, set the stop price a bit above it, and then place the order, it's refreshed. My BTC balance hasn't actually changed. So what I think actually happens here is Coinigy stores that stop side of the order on their servers in my account with Coinigy, and then when the price reaches that stopped trigger price, the condition, Coinigy then places that buy order with Bittrex via the API. What this lets me do, for example, is a stop limit and a take profit stop at the same time. Now, if hypothetically I brought in on power down here, I could then set a stop. Hang on a minute. Right, I can set a stop loss order below my buy price, like so, which I'm just going to set that down low so that it doesn't trigger and sell my position in power. Right, place that order there, and I can then do the same thing and set a take profit stop at where I want to take my profits. At this point, whichever of those stop prices reach first, that order will get placed. Whether that order fills or not, of course, is another story, but the orders are placed on the books at Bittrex once that stop price is reached. Something else that is very handy with this, if you are watching 3 or 4 different markets, say overnight, and you want to set buy orders, you don't really care which ones filled, but there's a couple of good setups and you want to participate in as many of them as you can set stopped buy orders for multiple times the amount of BTC that you have available to trade with. What would happen then is, hypothetically, you put your entire, you're going to go all in, so in this case I would put my 0.1968 into each of those orders, and whichever ones fill will fill. The others, or sorry, whichever stop price gets reached first, that balance will be allocated to that order, and if assuming the order fills, the rest of those stopped orders would error out with an insufficient funds error. So it gives you kind of a shotgun approach where you don't actually have to have the money there to buy the orders. That they won't go through, obviously, if you don't have enough available BTC balance, but they are gives you multiple chances of multiple entries across either the same or multiple assets, and you can kind of let fate or your crystal ball or whatever superstition you happen to choose decide which market or which setup you're going to end up with a position in. Personally, I think this is a brilliant feature that most of the other exchanges that I've had any experience with don't give you the option to do. Most of them don't let you set take profit stop orders and stop loss orders simultaneously. So I see this as being a big benefit, at least to the way I trade. So that's basically how you do it. It's all done here. You can select the limit or stop limit order type there, and basically it's all drag and drop. Those icons can also be brought up here and just drag and drop them where you want them. It's pretty sort of self-explanatory once you get the hang of it. I'm sure there's many other ways that you could use this to your advantage when you're trading, ways that I haven't thought of yet, but I find it works quite well for me. The one other thing that you can do is you can actually set a order when there's no balance at all. So looking at something I don't have a position in, so ADA for example, I have 0 ADA available. I could set a series of buy orders on the way down here, for example, and then set a sell orders to sell out at whatever price. So here I'm going to sell 500 ADA. I'm going to sell them up here somewhere, and actually what I'll do, just for simplicity, I will set this up properly. I'm going to have 0.01 that I'll buy if the price gets down here, so that's a stopped order. That's going to get me 3004.51 ADA. So I can then come up here and go 3004.51, whatever, and sell that ADA like so before the position has even been opened, because that buy order hasn't even been placed, let alone filled yet. So in some ways you can automate your trades this way. Yeah, so that's a couple of different ways that I often use the stopped orders with Coinigy. These all work with Bittrex. I have used them with Poloniex before. Currently Binance isn't API trading with Coinigy yet. As I understand it, any of the exchanges that Coinigy support API trading with work in the same way, but your mileage may vary depending on the exchange itself, etc. So I hope that helps some people understand what I keep yammering on about on Facebook. Cheers.